Yay! Hello. Let's make sure my volume is down on that. Hello. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to my so called life. My name is William, and this is the House of Sewing. How's it going? My name is William, and this is my so called life.
Get the most fun out of life, out of being a mother and wife, with new fashion excitement that's all created by you. On your new Touch and Sew
Sewing machine by Singer.
Touch and Sew.
Another first from Singer.
Be the girl with the golden touch on your new Singer Golden Touch and Sew machine. Dozens of exclusive features, like this new built-in needle threader for the golden slant needle and the push-button bobbin that winds right in the machine. What a wonderful new feeling. You can do all three kinds of sewing: straight, zigzag, and chain stitch.
Touch and Sew, the push-button bobbin way.
Come sew on one at your Singer Center. Choose from 5 Touch and Sew models from $149.95.
What's new for tomorrow
Is at Singer today.
I love that commercial. Absolutely. How's it going? Hello. Safe. The MMA coach was a bit chatty today. I barely made it. Hello and welcome to my so-called life. My name is William, and it's so hot here in the House of Sewing that one of my computers completely kind of bonked out, and there's another one that is kind of not working right now. Oh, poor guy. Yay, hello, Donnell, hello, Mona, great to see you, hello. I used to like that commercial, then you played it a billion times. You're 100% correct, I have played it a billion times, I have. Hello, awesome, yay. So I have a ton to get through. We'll see if I get through any of it. Like I said, it was 104 by noon today, and I stopped checking. After it was 104, I quit checking. Oh, my poor computer. Oh, that poor computer. My crummy Dell can't take the heat. But to Apple's credit, all my Apple computers are still kind of working. Great to see everybody. It is definitely Wednesday. You know, in my head, I'm already down the road on the I-15 headed to Vegas because I have time off this week. So I am excited. Yeah, it was it's unreal and it's not going away. And the funny thing is, I'm driving east, and it was cooler in Las Vegas today than in my hometown. Holy smokes, man! It was like 79. I'm over it. I'm over it. Just like those people on that newscast. I'm over it. Oh. But before we get to any more festivities, this program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, lack thereof, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the views of every single human being on planet Earth. I hope everybody has a great evening flying my so-called life airlines. It was hot today. And you know, the funny thing is, the heat, it doesn't put me in a bad mood, but I have less patience. But the good thing is, so does everybody else around me. Oh, man. Okay, so I have kind of a weird question. I'm going through a hat midlife crisis right now, and I'll show you my first conundrum. Oh, of course, I didn't bring any scarves with me. So I made this for my hat last night. And keep in mind, this hat is ratty and it's old. This hat is at least 3 or 4 years old. And to give you perspective, um this hat, I'm terrible at pointing. Which way? Okay. This hat, that's 10 years old. And that one is probably like 8 or 9 years old. But I love the way I wear this every day, everywhere I go. I have a scarf under it, but I made a band for it, and I kind of. And you know what's funny? I have all the fun stuff and all the stuff that goes fast. So now I'm just gonna gripe about hats. I have every midlife crisis ready to go, but really, it's a hat life crisis. The woman on her, hey, Lone, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you. Awesome. Awesome. It's been a while. You are always welcome here in the House of Sewing. I hope everything is going well. Thank you for this. You know, I've been wondering about this for almost 2 years. Well, a year and a half. Do I have that print around here? Yay. Hello, hello. Oh, it needs a. I've already read Donnell's call. This changes my hat. Great to see you, Lone. Great to see you. This changes my hat completely. I don't like it. I don't like it. I made hey, Nightmare Baby. Hey, how's it going? Great to see you, Liz. Great to see you. Yay. Everyone's here for my hat life crisis. I don't like it. I don't like it. I am man enough to say that I made this and I do not like it at all. Great to see you. I miss your live shows, dude. Working. Yes, at the Circus Soleil. Good to see you. That's awesome. That's great. Do you know I went to Circus Soleil one time? And it was kind of like when I saw Shen Yun, which I know people have a lot of problem with that, but the commercial worked. Ah, it was a great time. I had a great night. Yay! Hello, hello, everybody. Thanks, everyone that went their separate ways after lockdown. And critical questions, absolutely. The good old days, the good old days. Thank you, thank you. I kind of okay, so I don't know. This just isn't me. The funny thing is, I love the print because it's black roses, but I don't like the hat band I made on my own hat. I'm gonna keep it around. I'm going to keep it around. Oh, that's awesome. Certainly is awesome, but yeah, you actually have to work. I would be like this the whole time. That's like the people who work at Dodger Stadium. I could never be the ticket guy because I would just be standing there watching the game, like, oh, good time. You need to revamp the hat. This hat is sad. You can see where I've sewn it together. This hat is worn, and I actually wear this. You know, I'm not wearing it just to pretend to be a cowboy. I can see you working at a circus. I would love it. I would have a great time. I have to go to sleep, but wanted to let you know that I'll forgive you for watching. Shinny, I knew you were gonna say something. Great to see you. I knew that I was gonna get a reaction out of someone. Oh, it's not sad. It's very much loved. I love my hat. There's people who do not recognize me like this. It's great to see you, Lone. Great to see you. There's people who without my cowboy hat, and I test it all the time. There's people I've known for years. Recently, I walked into a building like this, and they were like, "Can I help you?" But the second I opened my mouth, they knew who I was. When I was the usher, I had to tear myself away from my favorite act is the Wheel of Death. Thank you. So I have another strange question. Am I too old? Okay, everybody, let's sit down, grab a seat, strap yourselves in. I have a question. Am I too old? Am I too old to wear my hat backwards? Oh, I can't even line it up properly anymore. Am I too old? Does this make me look like the old guy trying to be cool? Am I too old for this? Have a great night, Lone. Have a great night. I'm telling you, I'm having a hat life crisis right now. You were too old the day you threw. See, I knew Kilroy would have I knew Kilroy would answer that. Nope. Thank you. Well, for a long time, I had this really goofy style of wearing hats like this because I just put a helmet on top of it. But then the laws changed to where you have to wear a real helmet now. You can't just wear the old school half helmet with the Viking horns on top. No, I wear my hats backwards. Awesome. You do you. Absolutely. And also one of the reasons why I grew my beard is because I got tired of people asking me how old I am. There is gray in this beard. But when I wear my hat backwards, it brings me back like 20, 30 years. If you love it, then you let your freak flag fly. T-shirt. That is definitely a t-shirt. I tested it out on a few people today because in most of the time I wear hats because they function as hats, but I walked into the office at my job like this, and every single person in there has known me for a very, very long time, and they all asked, they're like, "Are you having a midlife crisis?" My little brothers were completely gray in their 20s. This has happened in the past since 2021. I've gone gray. And the only reason I really know that is because I look at old videos of myself and my beard was jet black. Oh. The jelly of your they are. I think that's what a lot of it is too, is that I'm the youngest and I've known these people for 40 something years. And they've basically known me my whole life. And when I look at my son, I still look at him as a little kid, and he's my size. Quite literally, he's my size. It's already getting great. Hey, I have a question for you. Honest answer. Am I too old for this? No, give me an honest answer.
Depends, because like kids don't wear their hats like that.
I'm not worried about kids.
Probably not, because
Will people think I'm an old man trying to be cool if I wear my hat like this?
yes.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. I started going gray in 2019. Gotta love hair dye. It's up to you. I love the reaction. You know what it is, too? A lot of the time, I love the reaction. I get it a lot in public, and I think it's because of the way I act. People will ask me, how old are you? And I will just blatantly tell them my age, and they're like, what? Yay! Hello, hello. Great to see you, Pam. Great to see you. Yay! Hello, hello. I'm having a hat life crisis. All right. You know what started this was I've been cleaning and I found one of my hat boxes. And this isn't the first hat life crisis I've gone through because my head grew and I freaked out. Okay, so the headband is gone. It's not easy for me to say, Donnell, but you and I would have went to high school together. I'm like a couple years behind you. I don't know why. I have no idea why it's so hard for me to say my age. It's not easy for me to accept my age. I think that's what it is. And I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. When I go gray, I'm just gonna put my hair in braids and look like Willie Nelson. I think I get it from my mother. I didn't know my mother's age until one day I looked at my birth certificate and I started to count backwards. So I think it's in me to just not say her. Oh, nothing wrong with reliving the 90s through hats. I think that's what it is too. Is I really was never into Limp Bizkit, but I saw them in concert because I really wanted to see Korn. That's how old I am. That's how old I am. I saw Korn and Limp Bizkit when they were touring together. It's just nothing but a number. It's all about how you feel. I feel 25 at times, act 15. I think that's another thing. I feel young. And if you take out the 10 years that I didn't live in this town, I have always lived or been around senior citizens. People in my family, everyone is 20 to 30 years older than me. And they have been, all of them. Freak on a leash. Those were good times. So, yes. Do you know what started this too? Was I got really bored on Amazon again. And we actually used to have a store around here that was this brand. But they got rid of it because Amazon took over everything. Oh, you know what's so funny? What they call an extra large is a little bit different than what I would call an extra large. Dude, my firstborn is 26 years old. Oh. We're very close in age. That's the secret of youth, hanging around old people. That is a cool. I love that, Mona. I love that. I have an affinity for senior citizens because my whole life, like my grandparents were way retired by the time I came around. So I got to hang out with them in their golden years. Even with my father, he was a drill sergeant, and then he became a senior citizen, and he became this gray haired person I didn't know. I was like, who are you? So being hanging around old people is the secret to being young. Oh, since you waste so much money on random stuff on Amazon, how many times did you order random stuff from the Sharper Image catalog? A lot. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm thinking of Sharper Image circa 2021. I had never really been on a plane, and then I discovered Sharper Image. So by the time Amazon came around, I was ready. Oh, I thought we grow old together. We're still in our prime. Absolutely. Do you know what it is? I don't know. It's so weird because I said it last week. All the dads were saying their age, all the MMA dads. I'm 5 to 6 years older than everybody else. And I'm like, I feel great. And then when I said my age, everybody was like, oh. I hated being around kids my own age growing up. I always wanted to be around seniors. And I'm telling you, my love from sewing comes from hanging out with my grandmother. That is when I was around her, that's all she did. Her house was she was a white glove kind of person, but she always had a working sewing table in the corner. Because my grandparents, they were old school TV watching people, but my grandmother would sit in front of her sewing machine while my grandfather sat in his recliner. You still look young with that. Thank you. Oh, so the funny thing is, I bought this shirt because I wanted a shirt this color, and oh, cool! It came with a sticker. I've said this before. About 2 years ago, I looked in the mirror and I realized I do not wear red. And I asked myself, honestly, why do you not wear red? You're not affiliated with anything. You're not from anywhere. Why do you not wear red? And it was because I watched too much MTV as a kid. Kilroy, same here. I've never liked hanging out with people my own age. All my friends have always been 10 years or more. Same. Oh, and I'm taking off multiple shirts. I pulled the wrong shirt. Oh, do you know it's Wednesday, but it feels like Monday. Oh, okay. Now we're gonna play the game to see if this stains the washer or not. We're gonna see how real this is. Ugh. I think that's what it is too, because I've lived most of my life around people who are senior citizens. I have different habits, I guess. Okay, there we go. It's my Friday. It's mine as well because I work third shift. I live off of caffeine. People ask me all the time, they're like, why are you so peppy and so happy? Excuse me. For some reason, after all of these years, caffeine still grabs me, and I drink large amounts of it. So that's why I'm always so happy at this time of the evening. Oh. But I am taking some time off because I've been, you know what the funny thing is? I've been stressed out, but I've been doing it to myself. And that reminds me, Donnell, I promise I'm going to respond to the email. It's just, this school year has been overwhelming. And you know what? Honestly, I don't even know why. So you won't wear red, but you'll wear blue. So it is a grip confirm. See, that was the thing, though. Kilroy. I'd watched way too many Snoop Dogg videos. I'm from the suburbs. Oh. I have so many things that I want to sew. I discovered a hole. Do you know it's so funny? I patch everything. When I discover a hole in a pair of work pants, I'm like, yes, I'm going to put a patch in them. But I will worry about that in a minute. I've been cleaning and going through my middle bedroom slash closet, and I've been discovering all the things that were failures that I hid in there. Dude, I don't buy. Oh no, he's being squirrely. I'm always squirrely. No, I've just been so. I don't know why everything has been so overwhelming this year. I think I had too much fun this summer. You know, I always talk about I'm going to have a sewing redemption. There are quite a few things that need to be redeemed and fixed in my closet. This was a pair of overalls that I don't know why. It's because I do not use a pattern when it comes to overalls, so they come out janky. But these are a little bit too big on the bib. So I was thinking about bringing it in near the pockets. I've done it before, and as long as I use a gray thread, you really won't even be able to tell that that wasn't my original intention. But I'm trying to think. Oh, and I found my original caftan. I found the original caftan that I always talk about. That was just I want to thank everybody who was still subscribed to me after that terrible captain video, even though that was 2 or 3 years ago. Perfect. I'm gonna finish the coat that I started. I I can't believe how much I have in my middle bedroom. The more and more I'm cleaning, I'm like, oh, I forgot about this. I forgot about this. There are projects that I've done that I haven't even put on YouTube. Terrible Captain is your new pro. I will take it. I will take it. Organized. I am organized as ever. There are hats falling. Oh. I love that Paddington Bear hat. This blue hat was whatever, but that Paddington Bear Jamiroquai hat was beautiful. Caftan. What is a caftan? A caftan is kind of like a lazy robe. It's something you would get in a spa. It's almost like a lazy poncho. It has a giant V-neck, a huge V-neck on it. A caftan is something that you would wear over a swimsuit. It's very Florida, California, West Palm Beach. Do you know what's so funny? To me, a caftan is something that people I thought everybody wore caftans. And also, it's my twain. It's people call it caftan. Oh, so Pimp Daddy robe in a lot of ways, yes. The person who I got the idea from was called the Cowboy Quilter, but he stopped years ago. But he actually inspired this particular video that I made. Gosh, that was 3 or 4 years ago. But I made a terrible captain. And I found it and I'm like, I have to redeem myself. I have to redeem myself. All right, so let me take all of this off. I have a question. Do you overpack? And you already know my answer. If I could travel with a caravan, if I could just put wheels on my house and travel around the world, I would be there. I've already seen that movie. It was actually sad. He put a bunch of balloons on his house. Thank you. You guys made me feel better. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've already overpacked years ago. Because I travel so much, I invested in luggage. So I have real luggage, but like I'm only gonna be gone for 2 days. So I pulled last time I had my medium luggage, my medium luggage case or whatever you want to call it. I felt like I overpacked. This time, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop lying to myself. I had the huge one on my bed. I'm doing laundry and I'm just putting it into the into my case. I'm already overpacked. Oh, I'm that guy that'll bring 15 books on a road trip. And that's another thing. I'm like, I've been dying to finish this Carl Jung book for like 10 years. I have like 3 books in my car right now that I'm reading. We'll go for a weekend trip and I'll bring 2 large duffel bags plus one for the shoes. That is true. Like, I wear boots every day, but when I go to a place like Las Vegas, I bring my shoes. That reminds me. I found my old Vegas shoes. I need to grab them because they're exciting. They're exciting. But before I get ahead of myself, I just remembered here. Let's remove that. Because we are nothing but professionals here in the house of sewing. Hold on. Oh, there we go. While we wait, let's see. Is that it? There we go. So take me 10 seconds. Right now, I'm looking at makeup bags that'll hold literal pounds of makeup because I can't just decide on 5 things that'll work for a fine trip. I need all my choices. You reminded me of something. When I go somewhere, I bring my entire bathroom. Oh, thank goodness for Ziploc baggies, huh? I bring a large tote bag of hand sewing crafts and 2 or 3 hour visits with my sister-in-law. Do you know? Last time I went to Vegas, I brought my Singer sewing machine with me, and I thought I was being ridiculous at first, but I ended up sewing. That's not the first time you've talked to yourself before. When I discovered that, I, when I first got into editing, I wanted to do everything, but I'm a sewing channel, so no need for Steven Spielberg lights, glitz, and camera tricks. Currently, I have a large metal makeup box with 4 layers in it. All I have to do is pick it up and go. That's like my mom. She believed in having tackle boxes. She would have these huge tackle boxes, and you'd have to guess what was in the tackle box. So these are my Vegas shoes. Years ago. Years. And yes. What's up? How's it going? Oh, I love it. I love your avatar. There's sewing here. I promise. I promise. Oh, giggity. What's up? What's up? Yay. Years ago, these used to be my Vegas shoes. These etnies are older than my child. And they're still going strong after all of these years. I know how to take care of green. Well, those are more like San Jose Shark suede shoes. Yay. Hello, hello. I need to finish this coat because I have to present something for Friday sews. Oh, well, I don't have to, but you know. I will. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to finish the coat behind me that I started on Monday. I had a hat life crisis, and I want to thank everybody who was here and talked to me off the hat cliff. Oh, that's hilarious. Gestos is finally doing what the court told him to do and telling me. Do you know what's really funny? Much like The Simpsons, I haven't watched Family Guy in years and years. It's one of those weird things when it gets on syndication, I kind of stop watching it. Yay, I didn't see Bill Cosby or Benny Hill thumbnail. Oh, oh. All right. That reminds me, when I did bring this sewing machine with me last time, I had to laugh because this particular cord is universal. So it fired my singer talent right up. And yeah, I travel with sewing machine oil. I do. Man, I'm already overpacked. But I always justify it with having fun. I never understood the appeal of Family Guy or The Sims. The Simpsons were different because, like I tell my son all the time, back in the day, we didn't have options. So The Simpsons were it. But I never really got in the Family Guy, and it's not a dig or anything. But I used to live with someone that would watch it all the time. All right, we'll make sure that thing's ready to go. I was sewing on it earlier, so I'm not playing bobbin roulette as hard as I normally do. So this is basically, this guy is an idiot, laugh at him, doing the same thing. A Family Guy is a pop cultural reference, laughing at it. If you're going to bring a sewing machine, then you have to bring all the maintenance stuff or just like a first aid kit for us. So true. So true. And the funny thing is, one of the reasons I do is because, you know what? I told myself this trip, William, I'm in the mirror. I'm like, William, you will not buy a sewing machine this trip. Yeah, right. The Simpsons are still going. They are. Do you know how long have The Simpsons been on television? I'm not trying to, well, I'm sure a lot of people here, but I remember watching them on the Tracy Ullman show. I'm a cartoon guy, so I still watch them all. I'm also fixed X-Men 97 on Disney. I'm also finished X-Men 97 on Disney. How was that? I have all of the original X-Men cartoons on VHS. The Simpsons remind me of it. Weekend at Bernie's is basically dead. But I still keep it popped up. Is my middle name. Oh, look, a squirrel. Today has been crazy. I think it's because in my mind, I'm sitting at the Heart Attack Grill in Vegas. And the funny thing is, I don't talk about it because technically I shouldn't eat that kind of food. They cook everything in lard. They put lard in their milkshakes. And yes, we have entered the food portion of the stream. There's something in my eye. So I'm sitting here already on vacation. According to Wikipedia, The Simpsons debuted December 7th. Oh, 1989. Yikes. December 17th, 1989. Didn't remember cartoon with blood. So it's kind of cool. Just stay away from thrifting. Then you won't buy a machine or anything else. But it's so hard to not go thrifting. Absolutely, Pam. And that's the whole reason why I'm going. But it's a funny thing. Every time I'm like, I'm not going to buy a sewing machine, I see a table for $20 or something I actually want. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have like in my head, I have all these plans because I'm going to go to So Yeah. I'm going to go to So Yeah. If I have to take that sad selfie in front of the building. Oh, I have my so yeah fund set aside already to go completely crazy. You remind me of Sunset Grill by the Eagles. My wife wants a sewing machine, so I'm on the hunt for a used one. I'm telling you, go to like the Goodwill, Salvation Army, find someone that has an old one in their basement. The old school sewing machines that are more metal will outlast anything built today. This is sold as a heavy duty sewing machine. It's weightless. I'm doing curls with it, you know. Those old school machines were 60 pounds from the jump. Um, and if you do, hit me up and I'll tell you how to get it going. I've made quite a few videos about it. William was gonna come home with 3 new machines. Hangs head because it's true. I'm um I'm gonna go to the Goodwill bins, but I'm ready. You think I'm playing? I have my long sleeves ready. I have my Walmart tough gloves, whatever they're called. What are they called? Oh, hyper tough. Oh, if that doesn't describe me. I've got my Walmart gloves. I'm ready to go. We should build you a machine made out of some aircraft metal that's ultra lightweight but indestructible. I need something like that. I've been saying this for years. I should be a sewing machine tester. If there is such a thing, if that exists, if that's an actual profession, I would love to do that. But that's right up there with like ice cream tester. Is that a real job? That's my dream job. Oh. I still every year I apply to the Kings and to the Dodgers and to any organization that needs things sewn, but the line is so long because really you're just sewing patches on jerseys, and I could do that all day. You should sponsor a kid that might need a new hobby. You might open a new world for someone. You know, I've said this. I give sewing machines away all the time. All the time. If anyone wants to learn how to sew, you know what? When I first um, started my YouTube channel, I didn't know that people cared about sewing. Because in the world around me, no one cared anymore that was under 50. I think sewing machine tester is a job. Oh, I wish. I know of one ice cream tester. He uses a cold spoon and his tongue is insured. Oh. Oh, sewing machine tester. Are we putting a 20-foot hood on today? No. No, I'm trying to make a complete outfit. I've been waffling for 44 minutes. At least the jacket will get done this week. I had plans on making a complete outfit with this brown material, but it's been a busy week. I've got nothing done. My Friday sews is going to be like, I talk too much. I'll see you next week. My so-called life is sponsored by procrastination. I had a brain fart. I need the leftover material from those lemons for a hat. I have a ton of it. I'm using this as a liner too. I have a ton of this material. This is the stuff I love working with this because it's that wannabe indoor outdoor stuff. It's extremely durable. Nice to see you're finally. I was going strong for a while, and then I started, you know, making all my shorts, and it reminded me of it had been a while since I've made a hood. It just seems like I'm making hoods all the time is because I'm posting shorts. Some of those shorts are from 4 years ago, or they could have been from 4 minutes ago. You have to check to see how gray my beard is. If my beard is black, it's from like 4 years ago, and it gets progressive. It gets more and more gray over the years. Oh, and it's been a crazy week. It's just been a crazy week. But everything is starting to settle down into normalcy. So it's just me. I crash landed into the school year this year. Oh man, can you see me at a PTA meeting? Oh, I walk in there and I'm like, where's the coffee and the donuts? Oh, now I'm craving coffee and donuts. Make skinny jeans and call them lemon squeeze. Patent pending. Dose, you just invented something. I like it. The problem is, I've said this a million times. I do not have a body for skinny jeans. I look like a lemon. So there's no way that I could wear skinny jeans. There is no way I can wear skinny jeans. And that's not a dig on anyone. Do you know, I see people wearing leather pants all the time, and people make fun of them, and I'm like, I'm jealous. I wish I had leather pants body, but I don't. Oh, my son is 3D printing me a custom bobbin case that included 3 roses on the top of it. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if guys would wear something that that squeezes lemon. Where I live in Los Angeles, men will wear anything. That's where it all started. When skinny jeans became popular here, I couldn't buy a good pair of jeans, and it became an issue with me. An issue. Like, it's weird to me to walk in my section. You know, you look at your size, and there was one time I bought a pair of jeans thinking the world hadn't changed. I took them home, and I was like, "Are these sweats?" I didn't know what they were. Oh. I wear slim fit, but but I'm still apprehensive of the skinny jean. You got to be under 175 to wear that. Oh, I haven't seen 175 in a long time. Oh, my favorite look is still the baggy Columbo look. Mine too. You know, I love a trench coat. I think it's because I watched way too much Sherlock Holmes as a kid. But you know, I love a trench coat because I make 100 of them. Oh, there goes my camera. I'm going to have to figure out where to put that camera because it's just becoming an action cam. Here, I swear I'm sewing. I'll move that. And for anyone wondering, I'm watching Babylon 5. That's Knight Rider because I'm reliving my childhood. And I purchased Megan because I'd never seen the movie. I put that in my DVD player and it just runs over and over. So Megan never shuts off. Oh, good times. I will wear leggings though, but that's different. They're comfy and don't pretend to be denim. See, that's completely different. That's different. That's not skinny jeans. See, but again, those are in 2 completely different realms. Because I'll wear overalls as shorts, but then people, if the shorts were higher, you could call them a romper. They sell men onesies, and they're just cloth overalls. Ceiling boo. I do need I should hang my microphone like I see in those rap videos. I have one. I'm just not cool. I'm just not cool. But I have one of those microphones. I could have it hanging from this. That would get annoying though. Having a microphone, I'd be pushing it around too much. Oh. Oh, I miss that microphone. But ever since I bought my Shure microphone, I don't need that. Well, it's not that I don't need it. It's the Shure is just a little bit better quality. Laugh out loud in this corner. This I do have a lot of stuff. I do, but you know what? It's organized. You can walk in here. I can do the Watusi in here. I It's my justification. Oh. Right. Let's see what. Okay, good. I had to make sure I didn't sew my. Oh, the lemons got confusing for a minute. Oh, it is Wednesday. If you put that microphone up like that, you're gonna have to sing my hoopty every time that machine breaks. Oh, it just like I try, I try to stay cool. I still watch Belle Biv DeVoe. We all know I watch Huey Lewis videos. So I try to stay up on what the kids are watching, and they all have that microphone hanging, and I'm like, I have that microphone. Oh, I was actually thinking of it in a way of. I was actually thinking of it in the way that announces in a ring before a fight. That would be cool. That would be cool too. See, the describing it like that is better than the way I'm describing. I have the chords for it too. We need to get ahead for that, man. This is a dress form. I have 3 real mannequins and 1 dress form behind there. Yes, I have a collection. I know that's a shocker. But my dress form is more professional. I felt with my mannequin, I don't know, is using a mannequin as a prop unprofessional. I feel like having my dress. I'm pointing to the wrong side. I'm bad at being Vanna White. I feel like my dress form is more professional. Is having a mannequin. Mama said, "Knock you out, Mike." I thought of that. That still to this day is a great video. But is it unprofessional to have a mannequin, or is a dress form more professional? And keep in mind, I own 4 mannequins. Hangs head again. But when I started getting dress forms, it made me feel, you know what it is? It's because I watch a lot of sewing competition shows. So it makes me think of Sew Fierce. It makes me think of the sewing competition shows. But I don't know. And I actually went all the way around. Wow. There's a stunned silence because see, even when I'm not paying attention, I know what I'm doing. Beautiful. I'm more surprised that you don't own more than that. One of the reasons, I got somebody somebody that I used to be friends with kind of berated me because I purchased I purchased a dress form that was almost like one or two sizes. Well, it was three sizes smaller than me. Um, but they tore into me because I purchased a plump dress form, and I was like, I'm not much bigger than this thing. So I have a life size dress form because this is not real. This I am not that size. But I have one that's closer to my size and it looks burly, but it's my size because we're bigger than you. When you get, I was real honest that day when I bought that dress form. I have many things hidden in. I have many of secrets in this room. You know, you guys will all find out when I finally break down and move into a warehouse. And I can't lie because everything will be on display. He always has more of everything. There's a hidden room in this house I don't talk about. This is really a TARDIS. So it's bigger on the inside. He's probably only counting the ones in the corner. Oh, that reminds me. I was because I have one that sits and it's in my living room. It used to live in my closet, but then I started hanging out in there in the chair all the time. Okay, so there is one I forgot. It's the one in I love the reaction of when somebody walks in my house and they see that mannequin sitting there and they're like, "Oh, hello." Quite a few people I have known have talked to 17. No, it's like 20 pounds of plastic. Oh, good times. You can melt down your machines and make yourself a superhero costume like Iron Man. I actually, I get caught up in these weird videos, and I actually watched a video of this woman who made a iron. It was an Iron Man costume. I was actually really impressed. Hidden room, you're doing it again. It's actually a fall. Man, if I lived, you know what? If I wish I wouldn't be able to stop. I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut if I lived in a bunker. Are you kidding me? And I would make everything look like Stargate SG-1. If I lived in a bunker, I would be living in Cheyenne Mountain. Oh, I want to buy a separate house just for my craft. Thank you. Pam and I are of the same ilk. I was thinking of, I said this last week. I believe it's Lowe's or Home Depot. They sell these houses. And there was somebody on Twitter that said, "Oh, my sewing shed has arrived." And it was one of those Lowe's houses. And I was actually really surprised on how many sewing machines they fit in there. So that's actually something I've been looking into it. Your catchphrase is, "You reaped it, now I sow." Patent pending. I like that. Patent. Absolutely. I need a damn warehouse for all my hobbies, a sewing room and a sewing machine shop to make parts for it, 3D printing room, and a workshop, electronics lab, put all the supplies and tools to keep in storage. Speaking of 3D printing, Donnell today on Donnell's channel, I believe it's on a short, or no, it was a video. Donnell 3D printed something I didn't even know I wanted. But you should go check that out because I was thoroughly impressed. I was thoroughly impressed because we have a 3D printer at my job, but like we use it for like machine parts and just things like that. But I was like, "Oh, I could make sewing machine parts on it." But I could always do that. I was thinking about completely replacing like all the plastic parts with metal on certain machines. I respect that so much, Donnell. I respect that. I'm one of those people that's like, I don't even know why I need this. Sorry, I found daylight. I need to find out where it is. You know what? I'm just gonna sew this whole part shut. That should solve the problem. Perfect. I can't wait to get my 3D printer. I'm going for a Bamboo Lab X1C with the AMS add-ons. Wow, but it looks like the most of the advanced non-industrial 3D. It looks like it's the most non-industrial 3D printer out there. It's for it's a just in case item. That is my middle name is just in case. I'm too prepared. I think that's what it is. I know this is going to make some people laugh, but I was a Boy Scout. I know that's not shocking. And the one thing they teach you in the Boy Scouts is to always be prepared. And I think I took that a little too serious. A little too serious. That one is go absolutely. I really didn't I really wasn't into 3D printing or anything like that until somebody at my job explained to me how to work the one at my job, and I was like, "Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this." Excuse me. Yay, hello, Nightmare Baby. Great to see you. Great to see you. I just subscribed. Yay! So you can kick me out for acting low. I absolutely love Donnell's channel and Mona's channel and everybody. Great to see you, Katie Crafts. Great to see you. Just taught a non-techie friend how to buy, install, and set up Zoom for a meeting on Friday. Brain is tired. Do you know what's so funny? I totally understand where you're coming from, Katie. My mother has a board meeting once a month with everybody at the job. It's really important, and I have to come and set it up every time. Every time I have to come set it up. So I get it. Yay! Hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. That's another reason why I'm getting it. It looks like like it's awesome too. I'm not a science, not like a science experiment, and it looks cat friendly. The only other printer my cat would mess up. I think cats destroy every. I only used Zoom once. I hated it. I am not necessarily a Zoom fan. I see people successfully navigating their way through Zoom. I'm jealous. I have for some reason, I think it's because I own a bunch of Apple computers. Apple is not necessarily compatible with it. Anytime we have a Zoom meeting, I'm on my phone or I don't know. It's me. It's me. I have 2 cats and they don't even care about mine. Oh, right. Yeah. Beautiful. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't got my picture taken with. I think I'm going to do the super tourist thing this time and get my picture taken with an Elvis. I'm going to find some Elvis. I was in it for 35 years. How to explain things. It's very simple steps. Oh, I was in IT for glasses. I will be wearing my glasses this weekend when I drive. It's all vanity. You know what it is? I need to put my glasses on. Okay, just give it a second for my eyes to adjust. I use Zoom, but only for my members' gatherings. It's me. I promise you. And another thing, I use this as an excuse, but I was raised by pre-boomers. So it's me. Well, my pops was way pre-boomer. My mom was like in that range. But it's me. I know my cats. They try to fight and expose 3D printer down to the floor. Oh, so you have action. You have action, cats. Oh wow, these are lemons. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There always is that shock moment when I put my glasses on and my eyes adjust, and I'm like, oh, I can actually see. I'm telling you though, I don't wear them because it's the whole Stephen Urkel, Stefan O'Kale thing. And that's my story. All right, let me grab my notes real quick. We already went through the mid hat life crisis. Eventually, I will fix those overalls. Do you pack snacks when you go on trips? I pack like I'm never coming back. And I pack snacks like I'm going to get caught in a snowstorm and I live in the desert. Oh, who'd have thunk you could see with your glasses? I got so used to not wearing them, really, is what it is. Too much action. Just had to have the one's face. Oh, just had to have the one's face lanced. He got into a huge fight, and his eyes swelled up along with his paw being messed up and limping. Yikes! So you really do have action cats. I need to be an action cat and finish this arm. Figure out where I start. That was really arbitrary where I started. You forgot your toupee. Absolutely, Donnell. Absolutely. I knew people that rocked toupees. You know what? A long time ago, I just accepted my hair for what it is. When I go on a trip, I bring a cooler and stop at a sub place. That reminds me, I finally found a cooler that fits behind my seat, and it had to make me laugh. When I saw the color, I laughed. I just wanted a small cooler. But this will fit right behind. You know, I went to Walmart. I am unofficially sponsored by Walmart, but this will fit behind the seat in my car. And I needed something with a hard top because I bought what I thought was a cooler. It was just an oversized lunch pail. It was literally just a giant lunch pail. So this is perfect. Oh, I bring food, snacks, drinks, and yep, can never be too prepared. Exactly. You're making me feel better. On my last trip, I was sitting there like every time I went to a gas station, I was like, I don't need food. But like Kilroy said, like I'll buy a sub sandwich or something. It depends. It really depends on where I am. I come prepared. I'm ready for a sandstorm, a snowstorm. I'm ready to roast marshmallows. Oh. Again, I got that from like my grandparents, but more my mom. Like whenever we'd go anywhere, she was putting snacks on everybody. She's like, we're gonna go to the store before we go to the movie theater. And my parents brought a cooler everywhere we went, and that kind of stuck with me. To always be prepared. And to my uncle, because I know you watch my streams, I absolutely love you. The cooler that you left in my house last December is still here, and it's too big to be in my car. My uncle was like, you can have the cooler. I'm like, you brought this. The cooler is so big I could sit in it. Oh. I pack like I'm prepared to go across the prairie in a covered wagon. Half my trunk is full before the suitcases are added. Okay, you guys are making me feel better. I always overpack and I show up and I bring so many outfits. I think it's because I need options. I always have to buy something from the vending machines. They always have something I don't. That's one thing I love about going to Vegas. I used to live up north. A lot of like they have Dutch Brothers coffee. They have a lot of stuff that's up north that you would never see down here. My thing is I just don't like chips anymore. They're so expensive and I got bored of the taste. You totally reminded me of something. I'll go grab. I think my chips were like $7 or $8. I didn't look because I've been eating the same type of chip for like 30 something years. Hold on, do you need to bury someone? Ah. Do you know what's so funny? When we're at the grocery store, because it's just my son and I, most of the time, I'm like, yeah, get whatever you want. Where I live, the beef jerky that he eats was like $25. So as a parent, I gave him options. I was like, you can get that $25 beef jerky, or fill in the blank here. Okay, I have to pay attention to this. I don't make the arm wonky. Which I have a feeling I already have. Oh, I'm gonna grab them. We in California, we're like we're the test subjects of overinflation because they're waiting for us to riot. And we pay we pay sticker price here in California. So these were $7.29, which anyone my age knows that these used to be like a couple bucks back in the day, and you get like half a bag, dude. I did this in the grocery store. I was like, it's unreal. Groceries are unreal where I live. That's not a party. No, that is not a party, Lays. That is not a party. Oh, and that's $7.29 plus tax. Because the state of California, everything is taxed on top of that. Amazing chips, but I would never. No, no, no. I've been eating those chips since I was this tall, below the microphone. Oh, I'm glad we could cheer over the overpriced food in California. It's crazy here. It's crazy. And that was at the grocery store. I only buy jerky at Aldi. They have this thing called biltong that's technically different, but basically the same. I do not know how to pronounce that. It's a tad moister, which is good because I don't want to feel like I'm chewing leather. Oh, oh man. Everything is overpriced here. This is why when I go to Las Vegas, everything's cheaper. Everything is cheaper. That's why people look at me when I come home with just gobs of stuff from Vegas. The truth is, man, everything is so overpriced where I live. It's like Christmas when I go to a different state. And even if you factor in gas, it's still cheaper. Oh. And I know people are not paying that much. They're not paying these prices anywhere else. We are the guinea pigs here because there's so many people here. We're not paying price. We're not paying like Hawaii prices, but it's expensive to live here. My favorite jerky is $14 for 3.25 an ounce. As a kid, I paid 50 cents. Thank you. I think that's why I kind of tripped out when I saw the price because I've been eating these chips since I used to get them off of the ice cream truck for 10 cents. I stress about spending 3.50 on chips. If I really want something, I'll put my head down. I take years off because I've been eating those for so long. You want to talk about sticker shock? That's one of the reasons why, like, um, I cleaned out my drawer. But I told you the other day I went to Burger King because I was bored and I paid $17 for a Whopper combo in Las Vegas. That's almost about the same price for a buffet. When they literally roll you out, they push you out in a wheelchair and just kind of put you, you'll be fine in 15 minutes. There's no comparison. There's no comparison. But I feel like inflation is everywhere. So no matter where you live, the prices are going to be high. That's why all the California crackheads are so skinny they can't afford crackhead food. Man, we have so many free food programs here. If there, we have a very cruel saying about it. We have a lot of free programs here. But no, but food is unreal here. Oh, whoever is Patty Kelly is. Oh, it's true. It's true. It's unreal. Like, you guys think everybody thought I was joking. I saw this thing on Twitter about Popeyes, and I was like, I thought it was a joke, but they were like, people in California are insane because they were showing the difference in prices, and we pay those prices because we don't have a choice. Oh, it's. Even when I go to the grocery store, I pay like this. Put my card in and look away. Same with the our gas is still almost, it's like $5.50, almost $6. I no longer look. When I pump my gas, I do not look. I just pump my gas and hope for the best. Oh, that's why California people are moving to Texas. They got to put some weight on to be healthy. Oh, Texas will feed you. I've lived in Texas. Texas will feed you. Oh, man. Yeah, they eat well in Texas. You got a choice. Ever heard of Watts Riot? I'm telling you, like, that's the only way anything's gonna change. It's really nothing we can do. Like, food prices are through the roof. But again, I feel like it's like that everywhere you go. And after an hour and 18 minutes, I finally attached the arms to this. Oh. I have to fill up my car tomorrow. Don't even want to know exactly. I filled up 2 vehicles today. I instinctively I was sitting at the pump. I was like, I hope my bank cuts me off. I was legitimately sitting there thinking, like, I hope my bank thinks that this is like a weird transaction because this is not something I do every day. But I had to fill 2 vehicles, and it was over $300 because the truck is unreal. My truck is unreal to fill. Good times. When you think of Texas, you think of barbecue. When you think of LA, you think of kale. It is true. I won't even lie. We are the land of kale. We are. We are. Same here, Getty. My husband asked this morning if I had gas in my car. Had to stop and think because I couldn't remember if I had gas in it. Oh, I did that to the last minute. I procrastinated to the very last minute. And then I had no gas in any vehicle in my house. If you stop goat mouthing and finish the lemon pim suit, you can get what you want for free. This is the lining, but now you're inspiring me to go get more material. It's actually this is like a mullet. It's party in front, no business in front and party in the back. This is actually the line. I'm gonna have to go get a lemon material now and make a lemon suit. DJ Dose has inspired me. I I love having crazy lining in my coat. Yes, I have dual tanks in my truck. I have a giant Ford F-150 and I have dual tanks and it eats gas. And at 550 almost $6 a gallon, it's outrageous. Yeah, right before payday is horrible. Absolutely. Yay. Hello, Mona. Great to see you. Yay. Hello, hello. Yay. Hello, hello. All right. You know I've been distracted this week because it took me 2 days to get to this point. Now I just have to add a collar and I will look like I look like the sketchy guy at the concert. Which need? Well, let me take my glasses off. Which need? Oh, yay. Yay, great to see you. Great to see you. All right, I'm going to put this on the dress form because I thought I was going to get so much done. Oh. Beautiful. Yay, I need some water. I had ice cream this weekend, buttermilk, cornbread. Oh, wow. So this totally reminds me of something. I asked it last week and I didn't get an answer. Put on some shades. Don't forget your hat. It's very Big Lebowski-esque. It's very Big Lebowski-esque. The Big Lebowski is still a big deal because it was filmed around here, so people still talk about it. I can't find glasses. You're on my phone, but don't dare pick up. Grabbed an old iPad. Hopefully not. All right, so I'm gonna add the collar. If you wanna say some cuss words, in the state of California, Ruffles are $7.29. But they're still good. I've been eating these since I was a little kid. Cheddar and sour cream. It's one of the most consistent things in my life. Oh, good times. You got any new ones? One that scares me. Oh, we do need to make Mona Likes Ice Cream a mod. I'm not kidding you. Like, one of the reasons I have so many moderators is because eventually the people, like my trolls, will come back. And I'm not always paying attention. So if anyone says anything squirrely, you have my permission to instantly zap them. I have zero tolerance for trolls. So, speaking of trolls, where I live, they're starting to sell pumpkin spice Slurpees. I heard they're in New York. They're like on the coast cities. I asked this last week. Would you partake in a pumpkin spice Slurpee? Oh, I asked my son, and he was like, "That can't be real." Then I took him to 7-Eleven by my house because whenever they say LA, like my area is used as a test market. And so I knew they would have it, and they have it right by my house. You pumpkin spice. Okay, thank you. No one said anything last week. This is exactly what I expected. They're testing it. They're testing it out, and what's it called? Sorry. There we go. Sorry. It's a real thing in my area. Ruffles are $6 for. Oh wow! Oh wow! Not ready for pumpkin spice, let alone. Now I see what you're talking about, Mona. Oh, that's what I call pumpkin spice lattes too. Okay, I'm crazy about pumpkin spice, so I'd probably try it just once to get my own opinion on it. You know what? I ended up getting cherry because I'm like, I'm all about consistency. I I thought my son would try it because for as much as he's very much like me, but he also has that explorer streak where I'm like, dude, let's try this. He was like, no. Saw an ad for pumpkin spice and a car wash. I hope it was a joke. Mona's over there cursing. Katie Crafts is there's a pumpkin spice car wash. Is that? I don't even know how. Would my car reek of pumpkin spice? Oh no, Mona, it was hilarious. No, it was hilarious. No milk, but still gives you bubble gum. Sonic has a pickle Slurpee. Do you know what's really funny? I would try that. I would try that. I'm weird. I like pickle juice. I know that's an unpopular opinion. I'm weird. I'll drink a plastic jar. Oh, I am extremely weird in that sense. But I like this tequila drink with jalapenos and pickle juice. I would try a pickled Slurpee. See, I'm weird like that. I'm obsessed. Same. I still get the giant jars and everything. I remember the old school Vlasic commercials and everything. But I thought it was strange that the pumpkin spice, because I hear all kinds of things. And I was watching this really weird off news, and the pumpkin spice Slurpee is real here where I live. I knew I was in the right crazy group. I'll get down on pickle juice. I'm not a fan of pumpkin. See, but like I was never a fan of pumpkin spice. I know this is a really controversial subject, but there's people who are like pumpkin pie versus sweet potato pie. I grew up in a house of people that grew and ate sweet potato pies. So I really didn't have an opinion. I like pumpkin pie. I do. I love pumpkin pie, but I prefer sweet potato pie. But I wouldn't want it in a soda. I wouldn't want it in a dressing. Oh. We go through a jar of pickles a week, spicy deals. Oh, those are bomb. Oh. What a bottle of New Hampshire Heinz pickled ketchup. They put pickle juice in it. Still have to try it. Do you know? I think I might have some. I have to check. I think I have some of that. Oh, hold on one second.
On April 4th?
A Minecraft movie? Is someone gonna play Steve?
Yes.
Like a human who?
Blackjack.
Oh my god. We all know my opinion about I like Jack Black. I should have patented that name. New Heinz pickle ketchup, not New Hampshire. Get some glasses. He'll wear. I'm still alive. I take these. My problem is I take them off too much. Yes, my son loves me. He brought me a Hawaiian punch. Oh. Nope, grape. I had an issue with grape because I didn't drink soda until I was 25 years old. So I was like 30 when I found cherry soda and grape soda. And orange soda too. I went crazy. I like that stuff as a kid. It'd be way too sweet for me nowadays. You know, you guys are saying that because they took all the caffeine out. 20, 30 years ago, Hawaiian Punch had more caffeine than a cup of coffee. That was the punch. And nowadays, we're all healthy now. This has no carbonation. I'm squeezing the can. This literally has no carbonation compared to how they used to make it. In a way, it's actual punch now. I'm a Pepsi drinker, and I've had I needed some variety in my life, and I started drinking Cactus Cooler, but I drank so much Cactus Cooler as a kid, it brought me straight back to when I was a kid. You should see my house. Orange Nesbitt soda was my favorite. I love that stuff. And I grew up Roman Catholic. I didn't grow up Mormon or anything. I just didn't drink soda until I was 25. So when I discovered grape soda, cherry soda, and orange soda, you couldn't keep me on the farm. I went crazy when I discovered all of these things. But again, I discovered them as an adult because I really didn't partake at all. Okay, wait, I got to go. I have to be up early, so heading to bed. Everyone have an amazing night. Answer your email. I promise, I swear, I will answer you before I leave tomorrow because I'm gonna leave tomorrow and I'll be back on Sunday. But I promise you, because I really want you to come on my show and join the mayhem. I'll even go an hour early on a Saturday, so it's like, a little earlier your time. But I will send you an email. Thank you so much for stopping by, Donnell. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yay! Everyone's berating me for I am addicted to these Hawaiian Punch, and I think it is the sugar. Man, it's the sugar. I mix half cherry Pepsi, fourth cream soda, fourth root beer at my gas station. Oh, I have a couple combinations, but it's always like Hawaiian Punch and Pepsi or Sprite and Hawaiian Punch. I went through this weird thing, much like ice cream. When I worked at an ice cream shop, I went crazy. I ate every ice cream on earth. And I did the same thing with soda. And so after a while, I kind of started stepping back and picking a brand. Have a great night, Donnell. Thank you so much for stopping by. I seriously, Mentally, I'm already on vacation. Oh, okay. Yay. So that's what got you addicted to sugar. I'm telling you, after last October, I had all this candy laying around. I don't know what happened to me, but ever since last Halloween, which is basically going to be a year, I have been eating candy for a full year. And it wasn't like I was a health nut. I wasn't like, I just didn't eat candy. And now I have candy just laying around my room, just laying around the sewing room. And I go to the doctor all the time. I do not have diabetes. Recently, someone I love walked in here and they were like, "You need to get checked for diabetes." Oh, my daughter eats those. Those are my newest addiction. Even last night, I was sitting here, I was like cleaning in here, and I was like, I can do without those things. 5 minutes later, I'm sitting in this chair just eating them, watching YouTube. It's the sugar. It's definitely the sugar that gets you hooked. Oh, my neighbor's daughter just got a brand new truck and she washes it every 2 days. Oh, I feel like telling her, hey, there's one across the street you could wash. Oh, all right. So let me measure before I completely forget about what I was doing. See, but this is what it's about. Everyday life is stressful, but I enjoy coming in here sewing. That's why I leave this as my happy place. There's no drama allowed in this room. Because I have a great time. Like today, I felt rushed all day long, and I'm just sitting here having a good time. That's what it's about. I think it's because I lost the day because of the holiday. So I was rushing at work. I was rushing to get everything done because I'm taking a 3-day holiday this weekend. Awesome. Collar. The collar seems humongous, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So we'll go 14. Perfect. I woke up and thought it was Thursday. Thank you. This entire week, I've just been a day off. I think that's what it is. I say this every time it's daylight savings. Every time I'm like, daylight savings ruined my life. But really, what it is, I get so stuck in a routine that any change completely throws me off. I do that or start rushing around thinking it's morning. Oh, I do that too because like my morning starts when it's pitch black. So I'll open my eyes sometimes and I'm like, oh, I gotta go to work. I think that's what it is too. I feel rushed this entire week. Excuse me. Part of me almost doesn't want to do a Friday sews because it's gonna be so rushed. But I was filming today for it. And I had such a good time when filming. It reminded me, this is what I love to do. And I was wearing my Emperor's bathrobe creation, and it was 104 outside. That's how I knew the temperature because at 11 o'clock something this morning, it was 104 outside. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, okay, I don't have to cut that. I'm not a big fan of rushing and running around. It drives me crazy. But as a soccer dad, that's kind of it comes with the territory. I say soccer dad, but we'll call the MMA dad. All right, so I said 14, so I'll go 16. Perfect. I always go a little bit over because I can always cut down. Perfect. Let me grab my phone. I have my timetables planned out as strict as an old school railroad. Absolutely. If you get me off schedule, I'm going to get very mad. Same. Same. I'm surprised. I'm surprised neighbors didn't rush you to the hospital thinking you had a heat stroke. No joke, Mona. I'm not kidding you. In my video, I'm going to include it. My neighbor across the street. I moved back to my hometown, so people around here they've known me a very long time. My neighbor across the street. I know she knows what I do for a living. She knows me, but she really wonders what I am doing in front of my house. She really. Oh, I left my camera. I did leave my camera in my car. Give me one quick second. I want to show you that footage. Oh, I'll be right back. Yes, I have the Scooby Doo bus. What did I do? My camera's in here somewhere. I had so much stuff with me. I can't remember what I did with my camera. Oh. Oh, I did something ingenious with it. It's somewhere around here. I remember bringing it in the house. But anyways, as he looks for his camera, eventually I will find that thing. Yes, that is the Scooby Doo bus, and it's filled with sewing machine parts. And what else would the mystery machine be filled with than sewing machine parts? Perfect. They cut the top of that. I am definitely all over the place today. I am so scattered today. It is not even funny. I should make a crazy collar for this. That might be too crazy. This collar is huge. So, I go back and forth with the 1970s collar, whether I want the huge collar or whether I keep it more traditional. Most of the time, I lean towards the 1970s collar. Take a look at this. The funny thing is, this always looks way too big. But it's actually near the size I need it. All right, so I'm going to take this out and measure it out. So, what's everybody doing this evening? Is anyone sewing anything? Was anyone sewing anything today? Oh, okay. adding sashing to Sense and Sensibility quilt that's awesome. That's awesome. I asked my son to find my camera because he has a better memory than I do. Right now I'm trying to get the Humpty Dance out of my head. You had to say that. Do you know the second he said that do you know I started a pair of quilting pants, Katie Crafts, that I need to finish. If I locked myself in this room and sat down, I could finish it within a couple of hours. But I think when I made this beautiful quilting jacket and I didn't talk to anyone for like 10 hours. I locked myself in. I think I need to do that again. Because what happens is I get so distracted. Like right now, I said, "Oh, where's my camera?" And I couldn't find it. And I was like, "Oh, look, there's a squirrel." Do you know what's so funny? There's a thrift store in Vegas. Every time I've gone there, I've purchased these giant, huge rolls of yarn. And it's almost like a rite of passage. I have 3 of them. I have this feeling if I go back to the store, there's going to be a 4th one there. It's the strangest thing. All right, let me measure one more time. Perfect. So we're going to go 34 just to make the collar dramatic. This trip, I'm looking more for sewing supplies. But like Donnell said, I say that and I'm going to come home with like 3 new machines. I say, like, oh, I need sewing supplies. If I showed you how much thread I have, you would be like, what are you making? Why do you have all this thread? I do get a little happy with the sewing supplies, but in the end, like, perfect example, I had all this neon green thread, and I was like, what would I ever do with this? I've made at least 3 or 4 jackets with that thread and had to go buy more at a certain point. All right, so I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Let me measure the middle of this. I think because I lost a day, this entire week has felt like Monday. Beautiful. One of the things I love about the road trip, though, is the just truck stop carnival food. So I'm really looking forward to that. Perfect. Once I line up the side of the collar, I can always use the other piece because someone asked me, they're like, "Why are your collars so even?" It's because I literally grab the other piece and use it as a template. That way, there's no question of what size it needs to be. Perfect. I don't know why. I have no idea why. This was so confusing. Last time we went to Vegas, we came home with rocks. Bob went in a rock hound phase. I was sure we have to pay extra for our luggage. The first time I went to Mojave to the Death Valley to Calico, which is like a cowboy town. I collected rocks the whole time. I'm there. Bob did you say your husband's name is Bob? Bob was in a rock hound face. I'm right there with Bob. I still collect rocks. I'm loving the reversible urban camo lemon pimp suit. It's very like Erica Badu-ish on one side, and then a hardcore lemon on the other side. Ugh. My son went through a rock phase. He would bring me rocks. I have them all. It's nothing wrong. I went to Oregon to visit a friend. She took me to I believe it's the Rogue River. It was so beautiful. I brought rocks home from Oregon. And I was a grown man. Oh, good times. Okay. I really did bring rocks home. Ah. When I saw the brown, when I saw this particular design, it reminded me of what people would wear in the 90s, but it reminds me of more like the hippie bohemian type. Perfect. You won't even get an argument from me on how big the collar is. That is perfect. And I was not kidding you when I said, let's see, when I said I was standing outside in when I was standing outside in 104-degree heat, I was like, why did I do that? Now I know why. I am not kidding. It was 104 outside, and I'm out there with fake fur. It was so hot. It was, in retrospect, it was a bad idea. But I did it for the tube. No, but in reality, I love showing off what I wear, but it's a little bit different during the summer. Because I'm a coat maker. I love making warm and cozy clothes. And I live in a place where it's 104, 105 on average this time of year. Oh. Speaking of overpacking, I have conversations with myself of which vest am I going to bring. And the funny thing is, I always have this total vest life crisis, and I end up either wearing one or I end up not wearing one because it's so hot. Back in the day when I used to go to Vegas all the time, I would go during the winter. I forgot how hot it gets during this time of year. When you go to Las Vegas in January, it's cold. It's freezing. Well, at night, like I've been there, and your people on the East Coast are gonna laugh, but it was 30 degrees. And to a Californian, that's Arctic winter. I keep telling you, you have to start making stuff that's more appropriate to your climate. It's not a challenge. That's not a challenge. Like everybody, we dress like Australians. It's cut off sleeves. This time of year, I don't think I've seen a sleeve in months. We where I live, it makes me laugh. Like we're very much warm weather people. Even today, when I was out and about, everybody was half dressed because it was so hot today. It's unreal. I like making parkas and things that are inappropriate for my climate. I do make coats like I live in England or something, or I live in New York or somewhere where it's cold. Perfect. Oh, not perfect. Oh man. How did you get roped around? Man. Today is one of those days where everything is not happening as easily as it usually does, but that's okay. That's the one thing about sewing is that it's not always a straight line. Perfect. There we go. Now I can attach the collar. Do you know what's so funny? I was like, I'm only going to go for an hour. 2 hours later, I'm trying to attach the collar. Beautiful. This week has definitely been busy because something that normally takes me less than a couple hours took me 2 days. But that's okay. Not every project is going to be perfect. And I love this. I'm going to be wearing this all winter long. Or our version of winter. Perfect. I know which side is the inside of This is an extremely stringy tweed. So I'm trying to not get it caught up in my sewing machine. But this stuff does make a mess. Perfect. Perfect. Let me reinforce my seams real quick, like I always say. Perfect. Oh man, when I sneeze, I sneeze at least 4 or 5 times. Oh, okay. Let's attach this collar. All right, let me clean up a little bit before I attach this collar. It has definitely been a crazy day. I exposed the high prices here in California, and I'm going to eat every single one of those chips. Down to the last one for $7.29. It's probably the most expensive bag of chips I've ever paid for. Oh. Okay. Did you? We getting on now. No, that's just a bunch of, not just my table and this chair. Not there. I'm not there yet. We are getting old. Oh, that's hilarious. This chair is so squeaky. I'm not kidding you. I got tired of office chairs. Up at my job in the rafters, we had all these ancient office chairs. This chair is probably from the 70s. There he sits, brokenhearted, tried to crab, but only farted later. He took a chance, tried to fart and shit his pants. You gotta watch those sneezes. Man, even my son called me out the other day. He's like, dude, when you sneeze like 4 or 5 times. I don't know what it is. I've been like that my whole life. It's embarrassing because I just don't sneeze once. It's a whole production. All right, I'm going to take off some of this excess. But when I sneeze, like, I'm going to slow-mo that and see what I look like when I'm sneezing. Because you look crazy when you sneeze. Perfect. There's so much crud flying around in here though, and I have 3 fans in here because it was 104. Like I said, it was 104 this afternoon, and I quit checking the temperature. I do that around cats, always in 4s. Exactly. Anything like gets near my nose, I'm just boop, boop, boop. I start sneezing. I do not think I'm allergic to cats though, because I lived in a house where somebody who had at the time I think it was 4 cats and a dog. And I didn't get any more sick than usual. But that's my theory. That's just my crackpot theory. I was told my whole life I couldn't have feather pillows. I had a feather pillow. I didn't get sick one time. I should get another feather pillow. Do they still make feather pillows, or am I just old? But I was always told, like, oh, you should never get a feather pillow. It's so bad for you. And I got one and I slept well. I don't know why I stopped using it. Probably because someone convinced me it was bad for me. Oh, did I get through on the other side? Barely. Okay. Oh. There we go. They make them. At least $50 for 2 of them, though. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I kind of just figure I'm allergic to everything and just chalk it up with that. Let me switch my angle real quick so I can finish this collar. You know, I can never do any of this sitting down. It's the strangest thing. I don't know what it is. I have to be standing up to do this. It's a weird habit. Perfect. All right, let me check. Today has been a crazy day. I appreciate everybody who is still watching, and I thank everybody who's watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and all those cliche things that YouTubers say. I feel like I'm terrible at self-promotion. I need to be like Mick Foley and just start naming cities randomly. Thank you, Memphis, Tennessee. It's great to be back in Chattanooga. Perfect. All right, let's attach a collar. Oh, this is so stringy. I'm gonna have to cut all that, but that's okay. Perfect. You know, tonight is one of those nights where I was like, this is gonna be a 10-minute project 2 hours later. That's the funny thing about sewing. You never know. You've got about 10 million subscribers to go before you can take this show on the road. Do you know what's so funny? There's a YouTuber that I watch. Her name is EJ Speaks. She's coming to my town. I might go see her. I saw she was advertising, like, she had one date in Vegas, but it was like on a Friday or something. I couldn't make it there on time. But her LA date, that's right down the street from me. What would I do? Would I sew on stage? I can do that. I would sew something on stage, just talk, like Quentin Crisp. Well, he was actually just talking. All right. Perfect. This stuff, I have to make sure that I'm actually making contact with the material, because this stuff, deceptively, it's really good at camouflaging itself. And so I think I'm making contact, but I'm not. Well, you never know. We're going to find out. I feel like what I do is a one-man show anyways. Oh, why are we not moving? Perfect. Oh, this is good. This is going to be very hippie-ish. I'll tell you that. Where I live, all the hippies wear lots of Browns and Birkenstocks. Perfect. Dose has got me all inspired, so now I have to go get more lemon material, because now I have to make a coat. I'm gonna call my suit Don Lemon. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yay! Great to see you, Alibaba. Great to see you. Yay, Alibaba made it. I'm gonna write you're right in time for the reveal. Great to see you. Great to see you. I hope everything's going well up north. I hope you're paying more than $7.29 for chips. we talked about economics today. Perfect. Perfect. This is definitely a raggedy Doctor Who jacket. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. I have to adjust the collar because it's so floppy. I got to figure out which direction. There we go. All right. So I'm going to move this and then clean up a little bit. Oh, man. Great to see you, Alibaba. Great to see you. Oh, let me move my camera. I freaked out because I thought I couldn't find my camera. It was hanging on the coat rack in my entry hall of my house. That'll teach me for being organized. All right. So today has definitely been a day filled with all kinds of fun. I pulled out my Vegas shoes from 100 years ago. But I finally finished this weird hippie coat. I'm going to make pants with this. But I thought I had more time, but it's been a crazy week. I'm out. They ain't paying. I ain't staying. Audi 5000. Have a great night, Dose. I probably won't be going live on Saturday, but I'll definitely be back next Monday. Great to see you. Great to see you, Dose. Audi 5000. Those were the days. Those were the days. All right, this is going to be hot. I guarantee you this is going to be hot and sweaty. Hey, man, do you know how to get to the Fish concert? Hey, man, do you know which way to the Fish concert? Hey, man, oh, I love this guy. This is the man. If you put me around a bunch of hippies, I'd blend in. Well, my walk wouldn't blend in, but I love how this came out. I'm going to line the sides. I still have to line the front of the coat, but this is beautiful. I love how this came out. Tweed is unbelievably hot. I guess I'm in my winter phase, even though it's the middle of the summer. This is beautiful. I didn't know how the brown tweed was going to come out, but I really like how it looks. Looks fall. Very much so. Very much so. I hope fall comes very soon. I'm over the heat. I hope this invokes the winter, which it won't. I'm going to be going east this weekend, and the temperature is going to be like 108, 109. So I won't be wearing this, but this is something I wanted to do. I have a lot of this material, so I'm going to make a full outfit out of this. I'm going to make pants, and if I have enough for a shirt, I'm going to make a shirt with it too. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. We'll see. We'll see how far it goes. We all know why you like fall. Lower cooling bills. Oh, also screw fish. Oh, I. s- It was a phase. It was a phase. Pumpkin pimping on the outside, lemon lover on the inside. Dose. I'm stealing that. And I forgot about the lemons. I forgot about this. This is the I'm over the heat fall coat. Absolutely. Today it was 104 where I live, Alibaba. I was just in the car like, why? And the car thermometer is always dramatic. So my car thermometer was like, it's 115. I was like, there's no way it's 115. When it's that hot, you can feel it. 104, it's 104, but at 115, you're like, why is this possible? Perfect. Only took me 2 hours. Oh, beautiful. Now you need a winter spring coat. See, that's one thing about where I live. Like we have a fall, the leaves change and everything. We really don't have a winter. Like during January and February, it's like 60 degrees, and people are like, "It's freezing here. It's snowpocalypse." We're so starved for real weather that when it hails, we'll claim that it's snow. There's been certain reports where like it snowed and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, that's a lot of hail. That's not snow. But this jacket definitely was a success. Oh. I still have a couple of things I have to finish on this coat, but it came out exactly. This is what I envisioned. I love how it came out. I went a little bit longer with the collar. I'm gonna bring back that dramatic long 1970s collar that you can like do this on. Oh, I love how that came out. It actually came out better than I thought because with material like this, you never know. The entire time I was cutting, it was running, it was a mess, it was stringing, but I love how it came out. I have my hippie coat. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna make pants. I don't know what other else. We'll see if I have enough material for a shirt, but I'm gonna try to go full outfit. Which reminds me, I'm thinking about making spants for my orange suit. So that will be coming soon to a Friday So's near you. He already has 10 billion winter coats. I do. I do. I went through this weird phase where I was making extremely thick coats on purpose for quite a few years. But I wonder if that video is blocked. I put a bunch of Soca Caribbean music in a video and they blocked it. And still to this day, I want to know who owns that music. I want to know who owns that music. Oh man. Well, I'll go a little bit longer. Alibaba's here. I'll go a little bit longer. It's still a little bit earlier than I thought, but I didn't think I was going to be going that you're still in that I didn't think I was going to be going that long tonight because I still have to pack. But like I said earlier, I overpack. I'm already overpacked and my suitcase is I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even being funny when I say this. My suitcase is up to here on me. That's how tall my suitcase. I can lean on that thing if I'm having a bad day. That code needs wood peg closers. I agree. There's all kind. I have these really like earth tone buttons. I have all kinds of stuff. I have wood buttons as well. I might add the wood buttons to that. It just reminds me of something that people would wear in the early 90s, like in the late 80s, early 90s. There was this really weird transition That's why I made sure to line it with something that was extremely colorful on the inside because it reminds me of that. Because when the 80s were over, we went from the browns and all of those crazy colors to just insane bright colors. Oh, good times. It's a mess in here. I'm going to spend most of the night cleaning in here because when I go on vacation, I love coming back to a clean house. It's nothing worse than leaving and then coming back and having to clean when you come back. So I go out of my way to clean. Is anyone else like that? While I'm weird like that. When I take vacations, when I come back, I just want to bring all my stuff. I put it in the living room and I deal with it the next day. But I'm definitely one of those people who have to clean before I leave. I cleaned my car today. And you know what I was thinking? I'm cleaning my car for parking lot attendants and people who work at fast food restaurants. Because when I drive, there's quite a few stops I make. Oh, man. It is really a vacation if you don't feel like you need a vacation from the vacation. Is it really a vacation if you don't feel like you need a vacation from the vacation after? Oh, it's so true. It's all stress. In the end, it's all stress. But I have certain things down to a science where the only real stress is packing my car and making sure I bring all my batteries with me and charging cords and all those other important things, you know. I don't know. I did mute myself. I did. It's because drinking is such an involving thing. I don't want you to hear, drinking is strange, especially when I'm right next to a microphone. Well, I'll be back at it. I'm gonna have a Friday shows. It probably won't be a long one. I'm gonna be posting shorts, but I'm gonna take this time as a vacation. I'll be back at it on Monday. I'm gonna take some days off. I am. I've stressed out myself. So I'm definitely gonna take a day off. I'm gonna go enjoy myself. I say that I'm gonna record everything. I'm gonna go to a million Goodwills. I'm gonna go to yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited about this trip because there's no pressure. There's no there's nothing. I don't know. There's no pressure. Viva Las Sewing. Now I have Viva Las Vegas stuck in my head. Instead of leaving Las Vegas, we can call it Sewing Las Vegas. For some reason, that Nicolas Cage, I loved that movie. Maybe I was just into dramas as a kid. I don't know. I did our days. Oh, it's been crazy. I've had some crazy long days. I think that's what it is. I just have to get used to my schedule again. But I'm excited. I get excited, and even on the drives home are they're beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful being out in the middle of nowhere. Makes me appreciate how humongous America is. But I'm going to go raid my kitchen right now. Like I always say, seriously, thank you. I thank everyone who is subscribed, anyone who watches my videos. I absolutely thank you. I'll be back at it when I'm back at it. I'm only taking a couple days off. I'm gonna have a Friday sews out, and I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm gonna be posting. It's fettuccine Alfredo time for me. Oh, that sounds great. Take care. Have fun. Thank you so much, Alibaba. I'm going to be posting here and there, but I'll be back on Monday. Nothing too serious. It's not like I'm going to St. Lucia or anything. I'm going 3 hours away from my house. But like I always say, but in all sincerity, thank you to everyone who's subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you. I've been at it for a while. On YouTube, it's nothing but ups and downs, strikes and gutters. So I thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Sincerely, I thank you. I am just a shrub on the internet who likes to sew, and I thank you. I'm shocked that I'm here too. I'll be back at it on Monday, and like I tell everyone, like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself. Thank you, and I will definitely see you next.